Hedera. So Hedera's been on a bit of a tear as of late. They've ended up working with a couple of banks, a big settlement for a huge transaction, along with the fact that the underlying numbers here look really damn good. Hedera right now looks to be undervalued. There's a lot of potential for this to have a good year, and I want to get into it. Now, before I do, if you're new here, the spreadsheet shows the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In the videos, I showed myself buying up all of these coins. These were all cryptos that I thought could do very well and make a lot of money, which is obviously why I bought them up. And you can see what they were all worth when I recorded my videos. These are the highs these cryptos hit in the last bull cycle, and these are what your profits would have been if you'd have just popped $100 into these coins. If you'd have done it for each one in the last bull cycle, you would have made over 123 grand. Now the thing is you don't have long to get things sorted. We're in a bull cycle right now. If you're sitting on cryptos you're not confident in, you've got to get that sorted, because otherwise you're going to watch everyone else making money while you don't. If that's your situation, have a look at copymycrypto.com. This is the website that I run where I share all the coins that I own with my members. So whenever I find a crypto that I think is going to do very well, make a lot of money like a lot of these did, I jump onto my site and I tell my members about the crypto that I'm going to be buying, why I'm buying it, and the price that I'm going to buy it at. So my members get in and out of cryptos same price as me, so they make the same profit. They just don't have any work to do. And if you go onto my site, you can actually see some of the profits my members have made. You can see the past successes that led to those profits as well, whether it's a quick flip meme coin that the members got in and out of and did a few hundred X in a couple of weeks, or whether it's Phantom, which in the last bull cycle was one of the biggest gainers, climbing nearly 700 times and making some of my members millionaires. Everything on the site that you read is public record. It's on the history of this channel. If you watch the old videos, you can verify it all. And if after doing that you want to find out the cryptos that are going to be the winners in this bull cycle, all you have to do to find out, guys, is join up on the site. Now, Hedera. So Hedera has been around a few years now. Launched in 2019. Last bull cycle did pretty well. You know, went up to over 40 cents. In fact, all-time high was 57 cents. So far, right now, it's about less than half that. Volume daily, very good, 333 million or so, and that's down 10%, but quite often doing hundreds of millions of dollars of volume a day. Very large market cap of 10 billion. Obviously on all the big exchanges. Hedera is built to be enterprise grade public network for decentralized economy. It allows for individuals and businesses to create dApps. It's designed to be a fairer, more efficient system that eliminates the limitations we've seen in tons of blockchains, whether it's slow performance, instability, high fees. They funded through an ICO in August of 2018 and launched open access to their mainnet in September of 2019. The HBAR token has two roles. First and foremost, it's the fuel that powers the services, such as smart contracts, file storage, and transactions. Second, it's used to help secure the network. Obviously, staking the token assists with the security of the network. And it's ideally positioned as a alternative to the other blockchains that we've seen prior, where it's aiming to excel in speed, efficiency, and security. Their numbers are fantastic. The core network services that they offer are consensus service, which is where with HCS, clients send messages to the network to negotiate consensus timestamping and order, and that state is stored offline, so users can define the privacy and access control. You've got the Hedera token services. This is token creation, etc. And its goal is to increase the speed of transactions. So the network is also focused on high volume operations, which is like micropayments, data integrity, and tokenization. There's been a lot of developments as of late, and I'll talk about them in a sec. It was founded by Dr. Lehman Bard and Mance Harmon. Lehman Bard is credited as the investor of the, I'm assuming that means inventor, of the hashgraph distributed consensus algorithm, and works as the Hedera's chief scientist. Of course, it is going to be inventor. Bard or Baird, Bard, I'm going to say Bard, accumulated more than a decade of experience in computer science and security roles, as well as working as a senior research scientist at the Academy Centre by Cyberspace Research, and holds the position as co-founder and CTO at Swirlds, which is a platform for building dApps. And Mance Harmon is the CEO, experienced technology exec and seasoned entrepreneur, more than 2 decades of experience. Very good resume between them. And the usage here is outstanding. So let's just talk usage. So daily usage, 750,000 transactions per day. If we look over the month, you look at it, over 20 million transactions a month across the network. So the network's being used very, very well. I mean, just in the last day, another 20,000 accounts created. Since it began, there's over 2.6 million accounts. So usage is outstanding. I mean, they've done 71 billion transactions since being up and running. So in 5 years, 71 billion transactions per set, 71 billion transactions, absolutely incredible. And Hedera, to be fair, even have Anthony Scaramucci as one of the guys that backs it. So they've got some good names behind it, but what they have done is solidify themselves as working with some big governments and big institutions. They are one of only 9 cryptocurrencies that are currently ISO 20022 compliant, which means they meet the global messaging standards that all financial institutions are required to meet. So in theory, there's really only 9 cryptocurrencies that right now are technically able to do technically compliant enough to do something like a CBDC. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the concept of a CBDC. In fact, I completely hate it, but it is worth bearing in mind. Anything that runs a CBDC for a nation, state, or even a continent, like the Euro, for example, or Europe, for example, is going to end up running the infrastructure for that entire nation or continent. The net worth of the infrastructure that is fueling and supporting a nation or a continent is going to be worth trillions. So it is worth noting that. And they have been doing some seriously good stuff. They surged, earlier this month, they surged about 49% as Lloyds Bank used Hedera for $10 billion asset settlement. So this was obviously driven by the adoption from major UK financial institutions and new government sector partnerships. So the rally pushed the token's market cap to nearly 10 billion, with trading volume exceeding 1 billion in 24 hours. So Lloyds Bank and Aberdeen Investments completed tokenized asset settlements using Hedera's infrastructure. They've also partnered with Accenture to develop AI transparency tools for government agencies. But the fact that they are working with Lloyds, no small thing. The financial institutions proceeded to process digital representations of Aberdeen's money market fund and UK government bonds through Hedera Hashgraph's blockchain. And this is no surprise to me. Hedera were working with the UK before pretty much any other blockchain. Part of that was in terms of vaccine rollouts back in 2020 for obvious reasons. And if there is a cryptocurrency that is going to, or a blockchain that's going to end up working directly with the UK government, I do believe it will be Hedera. I don't believe there's any other that really is as well positioned as Hedera right now. There is also developing news with regards to SEC new listing standards, which opens the door to altcoin ETFs, with obviously XRP, Solana, and Dogecoin are among the list. But I do believe Hedera is very, very well positioned as a possible cryptocurrency that will end up with a ETF. XRP and Solana are by far, and Litecoin, to be fair, are probably the 3 most likely to end up with an ETF right now. But I do think Hedera will inevitably end up having one sooner or later. So these are the full list of eligible assets that can run ETFs. or that could have an ETF. Solana, obviously, there, Avalanche, Cardano, XRP. But like I said, Hedera is right there. And I don't think there's going to be a huge rush for Hedera to have one, but I think it's, within the next couple of years, I think we will see a Hedera one. And the fact of the matter is their ecosystem is growing pretty well. They are looking damn strong. Usage is outstanding, and they're starting to form partnerships with institutions around the UK, which is a very good sign. Of course, the UK's currency is one of the strongest in the world. And if they were to run a CBDC in the UK, I mean, God forbid that ever happens, but I don't think it will. They're running the infrastructure for this country, for the UK, and all of a sudden, their net worth could be huge. I don't think this is going to I don't think we're going to see CBDCs announced by any of the major states yet. But I think we're only a few years away from that. And right now, I think Hedera, with the momentum it's got, with the partnerships it's built, I don't see why this doesn't beat its previous all-time high of 57 cents. I think this has a very, very good shot of $1. And make no mistake about it, if the UK government out of nowhere, which I do not expect, because the UK government are traditionally the slowest government to make any kind of substantive changes in anything. But if they were to all of a sudden go, we're going to run a CBDC and Hedera is the technology we're using, Hedera could go to $5 or even $10, like that. But I don't expect that. Certainly not this year. I think it will almost certainly the UK will be the last out of America, Europe, and the UK. The UK will be the last, because we always are. But this year, I think $1 solid shout. In the future, it's going to be $4, $5, $10. Really, really, really could. I'm intrigued to see how things develop over the next year. What do you guys think, though? Do you think Hedera is going to hit way beyond $1? Do you think, it could hit $2.50, let's say? That would bring it to about a market cap of 100 billion. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Guys, we are in a bull cycle, and if you are sitting on coins you're not confident in, get onto copymycrypto.com, have a read through the site. On there, you'll see the testimonials from my members about the service they get. You will see some of the profits that they have made, and you can see some of the successes we have had, not least of which, of course, Phantom. In the last bull cycle, there was no one online talking about Phantom till it started doing well. My members got in on it when it was about 0.5 cent, and it went up nearly 700 times. It made some of my members millionaires. This is public record. It's on the history of this channel. You can verify it. On the site, I share with my members all the coins I own. Whenever I find a crypto that I think is going to do really well and make a lot of cash, I jump onto my site. I tell my members about the crypto that I'm going to buy, the price I'm going to buy it at, why I'm buying it. My members get in and out of crypto the same price as me. There is no work for them at all. And if you want to find out the cryptos that are going to be the winners in this bull cycle, all you have to do to find out is join up on the site. And if you do, I will see you there. Otherwise, folks, I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.